So what happened to that guy? It's been over 4 years. I am older, a little bit heavier. My eyes don't work as well. Hopefully a little bit wiser, hopefully a whole lot wiser, and know myself a whole lot more. And I would like to explain to you, I know I kind of disappeared without any warning and explanation over 4 years ago, but there's a whole lot to go into that. First, I'd like to reminisce a little bit. I think it was starting maybe 2012 or so, I started this YouTube channel. Hey guys, I'm Joe, and I'm going to start with showing you my reptile collection. I started breeding reptiles on the path to breed reptiles for a living. It was an amazing time. We grew an amazing community. All of you who are listening right now or are watching this video are well aware of that. And I appreciate all of your support over the years. And the community and that experience has been a building block of everything I have done and everything I will do in the future. So that's first and foremost. It's been a crazy ride, and I was just, I'm really thankful to have that experience basically all throughout my 20s. But I would say when it came to 2020, the pandemic had started. I was doing the podcast. I was doing occasional videos. I put on a thing called CritterCon Live, which was really great. And I had a lot of great educators on that, and I appreciated that. But ultimately, I was working a full-time job in e-commerce at that point as well. And if any of you guys know, during the pandemic, e-commerce, when people were stuck at home, e-commerce blew up. So my job all of a sudden became a lot more intensive, to where I used to have the time to pursue reptiles on almost a full-time basis while also having a full-time job. That completely changed during the pandemic, but I also saw a glimmer of hope as far as building a career and having some stability. So, I was super burnt out on reptiles. I had been doing it at that point at 8 years without really having any financial stability. So once I got the chance for financial stability, I just kind of took it, to add with the fact that shifting priorities with, at the time, I think I was either 27 or 28, when you're approaching 30 and you really got to figure out, is this really what I want to do for the rest of my life? E-commerce was a way to get stability and not have to worry as much and get the things I'd always wanted, as well as pursue my hobbies as just that, as hobbies, right? So yeah, it was a big shift, a big balance in my life. And honestly, I was so bummed out, and it probably took me years to process the fact that I was no longer in the reptile community. I was no longer making podcasts. I was no longer making videos. And frankly, I think that took me years to process that fact. So I may be doing a lot of ums and a lot of spaces, and I may be quite a bit rusty with talking into this mic here, but my job now is what has afforded me to focus on other hobbies. So I want you to know that currently I actually still have reptiles. So I have one reptile, actually. I just decided that I want to devote all my time to one animal that kind of deserves and should be allotted all that time. So this is Ellie, my rhino iguana. So I got her. It was probably 2022 or so. So she must be 2 or 3 years old right now. And yeah, she's been great. It's been great to focus on just one animal, but at the same time, I kind of got the fish bug. So I have a whole lot of freshwater fish, which is something that I also had when I was a kid alongside reptiles. And I've been breeding some fish. I have some amazing rainbow fish. I have some amazing cichlids. I love geophagus, things like that. If anyone's into fish, let me know down there in the comments. But I've been enjoying that as well. And have a whole lot of those. Try not to get, I guess my default is to get a little bit overboard getting used to doing reptiles and having so many reptiles. So I'm trying to keep that in check as much as possible. And a huge creative outlet for me has always been music. So I've been playing music since I was actually in 5th grade. I started playing guitar, and obviously inspired by all of the rock bands and bands like Nirvana and Red Hot Chili Peppers and all the alternative rock of the 90s, which was still very much reverberating in the culture. So grew up playing guitar, started writing music when I was, I believe about 14, I started writing songs. And now I live in Austin, Texas. So I moved here for my e-commerce job, and I played venues. I do songwriting. I play with my acoustic guitar. I've played quite a few venues around here. And yeah, just having a lot of fun with that. And frankly, I'm starting a new project. I just recorded something, and I don't think it's going to be for everyone, but if you don't mind or if you're interested, go check it out. There'll be a link down there. My new project is called Sacked, so it's sacked like a lunch with a period at the end of it. Something that is my creative outlet, and I appreciate having something in which is just a hobby that I have zero expectations of anything happening for. And I just love playing guitar. I love recording music. I play some keyboards. I play bass. I play all the instruments on the track. I would love if you go check that out. So my future looks like focusing on things like music and my career. And primary focus is keeping my hobbies my hobby, and not creating a business around it. So hopefully that lifts the veil a little bit of what was going on and just a shifting of priorities. Now I'm 32 years old. I feel like an old man. Anyone who's watching this video has definitely watched my videos before, because it's not going to get pushed out to new people, I'm sure. So I really appreciate that. I appreciate you still being curious all these years later. Feel free to hit me up on Instagram. Hopefully I will answer, but I'm pretty busy these days. But thank you so much for being here. It's crazy being back here after all these years. I hope you enjoy the music and the video of my animals and things like that I have going on now. And if you made it this far, well,